Hey everyone, so I am here for a TTC update. I wanted to do this video just because I kind of wanted to let everyone know what we're thinking, what we're talking about lately, and just kind of what's going on since Elena is 6 months. And I know a lot of people start thinking about having kids and all of that good stuff as like the first one or how the last one that you've had gets older. So my husband and I have been talking about it, and this is kind of the consensus of what we're thinking about TTC for number 2. And first of all, I just kind of want to say nothing's set in stone. It's all kind of up in the air still, but the discussions that we've been having is possibly trying for number 2 in like 6 to 7 months. Basically, the reasons for this is I have a teaching credential, and it's a preliminary credential, and the way that works is that when you get a preliminary credential, you have to do a program called a BITSA, and then your preliminary becomes like an actual hard credential. And you have to teach 1 to 2 years in order to do that. And you only, from the time that you get it until the time that you have to clear it, is only 5 years. And if you don't do it within that 5 years, you have to do an extension. And then if that extension runs out and you don't have a job by then and you haven't completed that program, then your credential and the schooling for it completely goes out. It's wasted. And so it's like almost as if you never did it, and I'd have to retake all the tests and do all of that stuff again. So our thinking was, this will be my 2nd year in June of having my credential, and that would give me 3 more years to clear it. And so it's either like, okay, I try and find a job in this hard market for teaching and then teach 1 or 2 years and then quit my job after I've been teaching for those 2 years and just kind of gotten into the grade I'm doing and everything, quit my job, stay home, because for me it's really important to be a stay-at-home mom for at least the first year that my child is alive. After that, I don't mind so much trying to find like a family member to watch them until they're 2 and can go to preschool. And so that's kind of my thinking on it. So it's like, okay, I either find a job and then wait 2 years to have another baby and then quit my job, which would make Elena and her brother or sister like 3-4 years apart, depending on if I could find a job this fall or this September coming up. Or I try to get pregnant in like March, April when she's 1 year old, and by the time that baby was 1.5 and was ready to go to preschool, then I'd be 4.5 years of my credential, which would give me at least 1 year to find a job, get my credential cleared, or get an extension if I was unable to that year. But I honestly think that teaching jobs are going to be more easily available to get as time goes on, as baby boomers start retiring and the economy's turning around a little bit more. Jobs will be easier to find later on. So right now we're kind of in the mindset that I should just stay home while I'm already home so I don't have to quit a job later on and raise baby number 2, and Elena would be about 1 year 9 months, 2 years old when number 2 was born. She'd already be in preschool. I could stay home during her preschool years and raise baby number 2, and then after both of them are older, at least over 1, going into preschool, then I can go out and head and try and find a job. And I mean, I don't know how many kids we want. Originally we said we wanted like 3-4, now we're thinking 2-3. So I mean, if we only had 2 kids, then I'd be done with kids by like 26 years old. I'd have a job, which I wouldn't have to quit then. For me, I can't picture myself getting a teaching job and then quitting to become a stay-at-home mom again. I just can't picture myself doing that. I picture staying home, and then when I get my career, staying with my career, because I very much love school. I want to go back and get my doctorate. I love teaching. I love having a career, and I'm just not someone that would be a stay-at-home mom for life. I love it when they're baby toddlers and you're raising them in those like very important years, and kind of raising them how you want to and getting them on routine how you want to and all of that. I just don't want to send my child to a daycare or anything. Not that there's anything wrong with it, that's just not something that I or my family would want to do. So just for our family and how things would work for us, that's what we think would be best. But then there's always those times that I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I know I want another baby, and I mean, if I got pregnant when she was like 1, then the baby would be born when she was around 2, which would be a perfect age difference, 2 years apart. But then I also have those times where I'm just like, you know what, like, I'm going to be more relaxed about it, not be so structured. I'm a very type A personality. I plan out everything. And so maybe I'll just be more like laid back, let things happen and fall where they may. And if I happen to be pregnant while I'm teaching, then we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go back to teaching, or maybe I'll just quit then, but not like try and figure it out so much right now, because sometimes I'm just so much like, I really want just Elena for a little bit. I just want that one-on-one attention with her. I want a little bit of that time where I can go out and do some things at night again and just get a little bit of the freedom back, to be able to go out with friends during the day, because I'm not going to have a nursing baby. Just like all of these things are going through my mind. So like I said, there's really nothing set in stone about what we want to do, but definitely our plan is either start trying again in like 6 months when Elena's 1, or I'll start trying to find a teaching job this upcoming fall for September, which would be 2014, and then just kind of see where things fall. My only concern with that is, okay, I'm going to get this teaching job, and then am I ever going to want to get pregnant again? Because I will not be the person that can say, okay, I'm going to work for 3 months and then, or I'm going to work and then only take like 3 months maternity leave. I could never do that. I don't know how moms do it. And for me, like, I want to take care of my baby when it's little. I want to schedule its naps and do all of that. So that's my biggest concern with that. So yeah, that's basically our TTC update, and we will see what's going to happen. I would love to hear your guys' comments about what you guys would do if you were in my situation, and or what you've done in your situations, or what you think would be a good idea for us. So leave your comments below, and I'm sure I will be updating this again soon, the more that we think about it. Every single day I literally go back and forth. You know what I'm just gonna do? I'm just gonna have another baby. I'm gonna get it over. The baby year's done with, and Elena's gonna have a sibling, and I'm just gonna be done. But then other times I'm like, you know what? I really want that quality time with my little girl. I want it just to be her for a little bit. Who cares if there's a bigger age difference? For me, the uncertainty of things is really hard, because that's so not my personality. I plan out my entire life. So that's basically it, and I will talk to you guys later. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Bye!